Do you have a green thumb? Then gardening may be a great hobby for you. Even if you do not have a green thumb, you can still master the art of the hobby in gardening. If you enjoy spending time outdoors, then gardening can be the perfect hobby for you. Gardening allows you to express your personalities while also creating a beautiful piece of art that is displayed on your own property. Gardening is fairly easy to learn. There are many types of gardening for you to choose from. Some of the most common types of gardening are flower gardens, vegetable gardens, fruit gardens, and herb gardens. You must also have favorable conditions for the type of gardening you choose. You must have the right type of soil for your garden. Gardening usually comes behind landscaping. Landscaping requires you to prepare your land for future gardens. There are many types of gardens. The three most common types of gardens are flower gardens, vegetable or fruit, and herb gardens. Let us discuss how each type is unique in their own way. There are literally thousands or millions of different flower gardens. Most of these consist of many different types of flowers. Others have one single type of flower or have a combination. Having a really nice flower garden on your property is going to add significant amount of aesthetic appeal to your yard. It is a great way to add some color to your yard and make it more interesting from a visual perspective. As tempting as it may be to pick flowers based on how pretty they are, you should avoid doing this. There is an abundance of different options for what you can put in your garden. It all depends on your climate and location. Many types of flowers exist, and some of them are not going to be well suited for your area. Plan out your flower garden carefully, and you will be able to enjoy having a beautiful yard in no time. Let us move on talking about vegetable gardens. You will find that vegetable gardens have a lot of benefits to them aside from simple aesthetic appeal. You could potentially use your vegetable garden to provide your family with food. Many people enjoy lessening the number of vegetables that they have to buy at the grocery store. This is also something that is very appealing to people who care about the environment. Environmental concerns are becoming more and more real every passing year. Being able to avoid buying packaged processed foods and instead growing your own can reduce your carbon footprint while enjoying the freshest vegetable products possible. It is advisable to pick vegetables that are easy for beginners, such as yourself, to grow if you do not have lots of experience. Seeing all of your hard work pay off is incredibly satisfying, so your efforts will feel like they were definitely worth it. Lastly, we will talk about the herb gardens. Modern herb gardens are more often used to grow herbs that are used as cooking ingredients in kitchens, such as spices, etc. It is not all that difficult to grow herbs either, so the benefits are certainly worth the effort that you will put into gardening. Herb gardens can look really lovely too. These gardens aren't ugly. These garden types are not only very practical, but they will also provide a lot of charm for your yard. It is always smart to familiarize yourself with the needs of any plant before you seed a garden. This allows you to be properly prepared and increase your chances of success. Next, we will discuss the necessary conditions that are favorable for a successful garden. Most plants need many different things in order to successfully grow and thrive in any garden. Some plants like it hot and sunny, while others like it cooler, moistier, or shadier. Plants harness energy from the sun through their photosynthesis. They convert that energy into their tissues. This is why most plants require a decent amount of sunlight. Plants also rely on there being a good amount of water available to stay proud and healthy. In many places, it may seem necessary to water your garden regularly in order to keep plants happy and healthy, especially in the hot summer months. Plants also need a lot of nutrients to stay healthy. Many plants obtain nutrients from the soil through their roots. which is why it's great to have good soil with lots of nutrients packed in it. If the soil has no nutrients, then the plants will not be growing and eating. There are many types of soil that contain high amounts of nutrients for plants that you can buy. These can be purchased at your local garden and outdoor stores, and Lowe's and Home Depot. These soils need to be mixed with the soil that is already in your ground. To better understand your climate, get familiar with the plant hardiness zones. They are based on the coldest winter temperatures, which will help you determine which plants are likely to do best in your garden. The more hardy a plant is, the more it can endure in the harsh winter months. In the final aspect of gardening, we will talk about preparing your land for the garden. That is right. Before planting your garden, you must decide what area of your yard you would like to place your garden in. Most people typically place their gardens along the front of their homes or porches. First of all, you need to create a perimeter that shows where the boundaries of your garden will be. This will be helpful in edging and making it look really good later on. This is actually going to be unique to you. This allows you to personalize your garden. You are able to design the shape, size, and material of your garden. You can choose to use stepping stones or rocks to add additional decoration. Once you design your perimeter, you are ready to prepare the soil inside of the perimeter for your garden. You can use the garden hoe to help loosen up the existing soil and mix in the soil that you bought from the store. After that step is done, you can choose what type of plants you would like in your garden based on your location. Once the plants have been planted, do not forget to water them and the soil regularly. To make your garden stand out even more, you can choose to add decorations and yard ornaments. These can be including water fountains, bird baths, bird feeders, garden flags, and so many more options. Finally, after adding your personal touch, you are finished with setting up your garden. Do not forget to maintain it and care for it as you would a small child. To conclude, gardening can be for anyone. You just have to put your mind to it and commit once you have started it. You have to constantly care for your plants and maintain the garden. There are many types of gardens to experiment with, along with many types of plants. Make sure to have good growing conditions that include sunlight, water, air, and nutrients that is in your soil. Be sure to do your research on your local area and know the climate conditions and soil conditions before planting a garden. Lastly, enjoy yourself while gardening. It is a fun hobby that allows you to be outdoors. Be creative when personalizing your garden. It is your garden to make it stand out and be as a symbol of your personality. Thank you.